Hey everyone, Sam here from Silly Stories for Kids. Guess what? Here's another story made up on the spot just for you. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, let's go. Are you ready? Yeah! All right. One day, a bunch of kids at St. Andrew's Christian School were all sitting inside a classroom. Now, there was a very boring man up the front who was pacing back and forwards, looking at a card and pretending that he could tell funny stories. And while they were sitting in there, all of a sudden, one of the kids heard a noise. Boo! Who's booing? Said Sam from up the front. Boo! Said the voice again. The kids all looked around and all of a sudden they realised that sticking out one of the cupboards, there was a purple fuzzy creature. As he stuck his head out, some of the kids began to realise who it was. Pim Pim! Pim Pim, said Sam. You were meant to stay in the car. Well, I thought that if it was just you, that the kids would not have fun. So I better break out of the car and sneak into the classroom. Don't worry, I signed in and I showed them all my working with children's checks and all those kinds of things as well. And then I came into the classroom and I thought I will make this place lots and lots of fun. Okay, kids. So, Sam, I don't think you need to be here anymore. Oh, I think I better be here because if I leave you to do all the storytelling and have all the fun, things might get a little bit ridiculous. Well, it is a little bit too late for that. Pim Pim, what have you done? Well, you know how the kids are inside the classroom? Yes. What were they doing earlier? Well, they were making these little popper things with pom-poms. Yes, well, I have taken all the poppers and I have made them more fun. You've what? Well, they were just like doing little bit of pom-pom and poof, and it was kind of fun, but now I have added some very special balloons to the back because you guys were using the normal balloons. Now you got to use the very special balloons that work a lot better. Okay, Pim Pim, are you sure this is safe? Who said anything about safe? Said Pim Pim. Oh dear, said the kids. I think we probably shouldn't do this. It's probably a very bad idea, but it was too late. Pim Pim had already collected all the poppers and distributed them to all the kids. Now, each of the kids were now holding their popper. Kids, please, it's not worth it. Don't pop the poppers. The kids all sat very still. Then all of a sudden, William gave his a pop. All of a sudden, the classroom completely filled with purple smoke. What was that? Said Sam. I popped my popper, said William. My turn, said Zoe, as she pulled the back of her head. All of a sudden, Zoe's popper started spraying glitter everywhere. Oh no, the cleanup is going to be ridiculous. Oh, wait until all the other ones go off. Hey, what's going on in there? Said a voice. Oh, I know that voice, said some of the kids. All of a sudden, a teddy bear came walking into the classroom. Right, I heard that Pim Pim came into this classroom and it's going very, very badly. No, it is going very, very well, said Pim Pim. I'm not sure about that, said Sam. We're not sure about it either, said all of the teachers. As Teddy Winkle walked to the front of the classroom, he said, don't worry, everything is okay, because I have also been making some modifications. Oh dear, Teddy Winkle, what have you done? Oh, well, you know those spike ball nets that were outside? Oh dear, what have you done? Well, now they're not just for throwing balls at. What do you mean they're not for throwing balls at? Well, if we take Pim Pim's party poppers and shoot them at the spike ball nets, it's going to make something amazing. That is a very bad idea, Teddy Winkle. Do not stop carrying them all into the classroom. As the kids were watching, Teddy Winkle started setting up the spike ball nets around the whole classroom. Teddy Winkle, I don't think that we will be able to clean all this up. Oh, it's all right, don't worry, it's all a bit of fun. Okay, everybody aim your party poppers. So everybody aimed their party poppers, aimed them somewhere around the room, hold them up. Where's your party popper? They all aimed at one of the different spike ball nets, and as they were holding them, Sam stood and said, okay, now, we need to be very... Do it now, said Teddy Winkle. So all the kids shot their party poppers. Boom! smash! All of a sudden, all kinds of ridiculous things started popping around the classroom. There was goldfish that were swinging through floating water. There was sparkly stars that were blasting around the room. There was even a train that started driving around, and everywhere it went, it was producing its own tracks, and it was doing all kinds of ups and downs and ins and outs and all kinds of things. The kids looked around. The room was completely blasted with beautiful, beautiful colours. And as they looked around, they realised something was happening. Are you seeing this? Said Juliet. I think I am, said Wesley. And as they watched and looked around the room, all the different things that were popping and exploding were starting to create something really, really beautiful. And as they watched, the glitter set and the smoke stuck and the trains were making patterns and the goldfish were swirling all the colours until they all slowed down and they all started swimming back towards the middle. And as they did, Pim Pim pulled out a really big cup and he held it, and they watched as all the different things moved back into the cup. And as they stood and they looked, they saw the whole room was now covered in a beautiful big mural of amazing colours and lights and sparkles. It even seemed to glitter slightly as the kids were watching it. Pim Pim, said Sam. Oh yes, Sam. Did you do this on purpose? Well, kind of. What do you mean, kind of? Well, I hoped that there'd be a bit more boom, castle, but it was still lots of fun, so I thought that it was going to make it very pretty. So, you used all those different, crazy, ridiculous things to make something beautiful? Of course I did. That is how everything goes, because Pim Pim is the best. No, Pim Pim is not the best. Teddywinkle is the best. No, Teddywinkle, I think you are very confused. That's okay. And he patted Teddywinkle on the head. No, don't pat me. I'm not. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay. And Teddywinkle started snuggling into Pim Pim, and Pim Pim gave him a big cuddle. The kids were so happy with all the things that they created around the room. It was one of the most amazing things they had all ever seen. Okay, well, now that we made the very pretty thing, I think we need to have one more big set of lots of fun. Okay, I think I can trust you this time, Pim Pim. I think it's okay. Okay, we need to call in one of our other friends. Who are you calling in? It is... Bonigo. As the kids were looking towards the door, all of a sudden, a little man with a very big mustache started walking over. Okay, Pim Pim, it is me, Bonigo. Now, was it you that was asking for the very special things? Oh yes, it was me, but we cannot tell Sam because he keeps saying, no, don't have fun. It is not very much fun. Pim Pim, I'm just trying to keep you under control, which is a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, said one of the kids. This room looks a little bit crazy. Another kid put their hand over their mouth. You can't say that word around Pim Pim. What word? Said Toby. Crazy? All of a sudden, Pim Pim's eyes got really big, as if they were about to pop out of his head. Did somebody say crazy? What? Pim Pim started blasting around the room, smashing off walls, bashing into the ceiling. He was making smudges all over the beautiful new mural. Somebody get him outside. Don't worry, Bonigo is here. Bonigo threw out a big metal rope that wrapped around Pim Pim, and Pim Pim was stuck, still trying to go crazy. Well, I better not say it. Said Pim Pim, and they dragged him outside until he eventually calmed down. Don't worry, I am okay now. It is fine, okay? But Bonigo, can you take on from here because I'm going to go have a nap? And Pim Pim went to sleep. Okay, kids, it is me, Bonigo, and I have brought something very special for you. Okay, for everybody, could please go outside. So all the kids went outside. Okay, I need everybody to put on their school hat. Okay, said the kids. And as they picked up their school hats, something felt a little bit different. My hat feels a little bit funny, said Jacob. Mine too, said Sophie. Don't worry, nothing ever goes wrong with Bonigo. Oh, I think this is going to be fun, said Malcolm. So the kids put on their hats and they put the strings under their chin. Okay, when you tighten up the string, things are going to get very, very fun. Okay, I need everybody up on their feet, please. So everybody stood up. They put their hats on their heads and they grabbed their strings. Okay, is everybody ready? Said Bonigo, and the kids said, yes! Okay, on the count of 3, I need you to take the squeezy tighteny thing and squeeze it up to the bottom of your chin. Is everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. And as the kids slid them up, something happened with their hat. All their hats started to spin. And as their hats started to spin, the kids started to spin. And as they spun, they started to lift up into the air. And they were moving around, flying through the sky and spinning left, right, and center. As they were spinning back down to the ground, they were slowly coming down, and the principal started walking over to see how the staylate was going. Well, she came over and saw exploding colours coming out the classroom. She saw a purple fuzzy creature tied up in a metal rope, and she saw kids spinning through the sky by their hats. What is going on here? She said. Well, said the kids, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story. Today's story has been brought to you by Silly Stories for Schools. One of the things we love to do at Silly Stories for Kids is chat to groups of school kids about the amazing gifts and talents that they might have and how they can use them to make this world a better place. We hope you've been enjoying Silly Stories for Kids. Make sure to leave a review wherever you find your podcast and share it with all of your friends. This has been me, Sam. We'll see you soon.